Hi, Aksara Ascended here, and this is a general reading for Virgos for the month of September. Take what resonates and disregard the rest. I pulled a few base cards for you guys just to kind of see what the energy will be like for the first week of September. And you have the King of Swords and the Ace of Swords, as well as the Eight of Swords and Judgment. This is letting me know that whatever situation that you guys had going on in July and August is coming to a head, it's coming to a close. For some of you, I feel like it's already come to a head. It's already blown up, it's already exploded. I feel like some people may have gotten caught, like you rode it till the wheels fell off, like, and then you got caught, especially if this is a romantic situation. It looks like this third party energy is clearing out, whether it be because you cleared it out or it was cleared out for you. Some of you guys, it was cleared out for you. Um, for some, it looks like you may have walked away from or chose to leave a Libra energy. There's definitely Gemini, Libra, Aquarius energy, but Libra is the strongest that I'm getting. You walked away from the Libra, or the Libra walked away from you. Um, so let's go ahead and get into the reading and see what we pick up on. For some of you guys, I feel like you walked away, or you're starting to get to a place where you're like, my actions are costing me gravely. A lot of people, their inability to choose, like I said in my previous readings for July and August, if you haven't looked at those, go check those out. There was an inability to choose. There was an inability to choose in a situation, more specifically a romantic situation for a majority of you guys. Like, you just couldn't choose. You had two options. There was a lot of stringing along. And it came to the head. For some people, you got exposed. You got found out. One person found out about the other, and it was just catastrophic. And for some of you who didn't get found out or didn't get caught, because your game is just that strong, Virgo, you didn't get caught. You got caught by karma, because your finances were affected so much so that it made you take a step back. For a lot of you guys, this is making you take a step back to review where you are, review what you really want, review your participation in the situation and how it's leading to affecting your karma. It's affecting you financially, and it has been for a couple of months now. So much so that it's making you guys wake up like it was like a little joke, a little shake. So I see you definitely beginning to practice more self-discipline, become more self-aware, hold yourself accountable for your action or lack of action. So that's where I see you guys being very much in a mental headspace of trying to get your ish together, very much self-reflective. Yeah, for some of you guys, you walked away from a situation. I feel the need to stress that for some, it was not by choice. Like, for some of you, if you could still be getting away with this situation, you absolutely would. But the universe pulled your card. It was time. Like, you can no longer continue lower vibrational activity, behavior. Like, it won't be tolerated anymore. Playing with people's emotions, playing with people's energy. And I won't say for everyone that you were playing, but you were definitely wrapped up in multiple people. And it was affecting everyone involved. So for sure the universe stepped in. For sure judgment was had. Whether you were the one that, like I said, got walked away from, or you walked away, there was an ending to be had, and it's really feeling like Libra energy. There's also Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, fire energy here as well. Yep, because it was affecting. This came out in reverse. That means it was affecting your material world. It was affecting your reality. The karma from it had become so heavy that it just kind of trickled down into the areas of your everyday life, because you weren't moving fast enough with making the decision because you weren't moving fast enough with being honest. So it was done for you. I really feel the need to say that some of you guys, you didn't choose this. It just happened. And someone definitely walked away, or you let someone go. Let's get messages for Virgo. Um you are aware, though. You're aware of the part that you're playing. You are remorseful. It might be a good idea for you to express remorse to this person that you chose not to deal with, or this person that walked away, the person that was affected the most by this, because I still feel like the other person is still in the mix, like they aren't going anywhere. So if anything, it was this Libra, or this I feel like Libra, this air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, they were the one that were most affected because you weren't really into this one as much as the other. It could have been a fire sign and an air sign. And the fire sign is still in the mix. So that means either you chose them or they chose not to walk away. And the Libra sign, you didn't choose them or they chose to walk away. Yeah, you're in a place of self-reflection, in a place of solitude, reflecting on your choices. You emotionally withdrew from this person. And let's be clear, if you're choosing to say, oh, I'm emotionally withdrawn from both of these people or this group of people, one of these people is a soulmate. The one that's still around, the one that I feel like this other person is a rider, like honestly, like they're not going nowhere. They're like, okay, you can have your little time, your little space, get your mind right. But if you come back this way, if you come back to me, come prepared, like come correct. Because you're running out of chances with this person, and I feel like you know that. You don't want to risk losing them either. So you're taking a moment to step back and reflect and see if you have what it takes to be committed, to see if you have what it takes to go for the long haul. If you're capable of longevity in a relationship. Yeah, movement, choices, and decisions. You're in a place of solitude and you're thinking about these things. Because you keep running your head into the same brick wall. And then you're kind of like, well, why did this happen? Oh, this person is this or that person is that. And it's really like you're the ringleader of this dysfunctional circus. You are. Or you were at least. If this was universally guided, if this was universally driven, this separation, this upheaval, this tower moment that you guys just experienced, don't fight it. Take the lessons in it. It's time for you to reflect. Reflect on what you really want. Reflect on the person that you really want to be. Yeah. It's reflection time. You may have to step away from everybody for a while, or you may have to, not date, or just be with yourself and your thoughts. Because like I said in previous readings, there's a lot of people being in relationships. I won't say for the wrong reasons, because everyone is different. Everyone has their threshold, their tolerance level. Everyone has what they will deal with and what they won't deal with, and what works for the next person may not work for you necessarily. But there is a common theme of people being in relationships based on loneliness, based on codependency, based on feelings of neglect, based on feelings of lack of self-worth, like all of the reasons, but because this person adds value, because my life is better with them around, because we're growing together, because we're learning and teaching each other new things. Like, it's everything but that. We really need to redefine love. I have a theory that just humanity as it stands right now, they've lost the capacity to truly love, like genuinely, unconditionally. It's everything but I digress. Give me messages for Virgo. What do you need to release? I promise this card is a common theme. When I say every single reading, this card comes out in every single reading. It doesn't matter what sign it is. What do you need to release? What do you need to release, Virgos? Control, manipulation tactics. Because there was a lot of finessing in that situation that you were doing. There was a lot of finessing. And it came to a head and blew up in your face. So you have to release some of those toxic traits and behaviors. Because if everything around you is in disarray, the things that matter to you most, the matters of the heart, your finances, for sure. If it's in disarray, it's a reflection of something within. It really is. Our reality is a reflection of us. It's so complex but so simple. It really is. So if your reality reflects disarray and it reflects upheaval, it reflects imbalance, that's something that you're going to need to go within to do. And no one outwardly can do that for you. No one outwardly can give you that balance. No one outwardly can give you that love or that confidence. They can, but it's when you put those type of expectations on people, it put restrictions on how they can and should and are able to love you. More messages for Virgo for September 2022. You're not the only one that karma is whipping a lot of people's tails. Accountability is key. It's required. It's a must-have. Yeah, working on being more balanced, and prosperity will lie ahead. That's one thing about a Virgo. Y'all are blessed when it comes to things of material, the material realm, or I guess it's because it's a main priority for you or something that really matters. So you're very focused when it comes to that. So it's always prosperity in your vicinity, in your energy. The thing that stops it or slows it down is your behaviors. That's what it is. Those lower vibrational parts of ourselves that we are hell-bent on holding on to, even though the world around us is changing and it requires us to ascend. It requires us to elevate. It requires growth. Like it's required. You can't cheat your way through it. You can't lie your way through it. You can't BS. You can't. Accountability is key. Death of the ego is necessary. And this is a part of that for you guys. Some of you guys are getting ready to go through a spiritual awakening as well. This tower moment, whatever happened with this situation, and the loss, the financial loss that you've taken in the past couple of weeks, the past couple of months, it's I don't know, it triggered you in some way. It looks like it triggered you to want to go below the surface of your issues, below the surface of why do I keep displaying this behavior? I care about these people, collectively and individually, yet I just can't choose. I want it all. I want to, I want to have it all. Like, you're going beneath the surface and trying to really figure out what is it that you really want. What is it that you really want? And realizing that you can't juggle people and their energy and waste their time while you try to figure it out. One more for Virgo. A new start is coming. A new start is coming. For some of you, if this is work related, like I spoke about last month, some of you could be starting a new job, a new business venture. Some of you, this third-party situation started on the job. Like you were dealing with somebody else, and then you started dealing with somebody that you work with, and it trickled down into the workspace. That may have been a tower moment for some. For some of you who started a relationship or started, I want to say co-workers with benefits. I don't feel like this person was ever in the long term for being with you. You may have made them feel like you were. I really do. You made them feel like they were, but they really weren't. And once they realized that, or once they found out about this other person who's been in the picture for a while, like all hell broke loose. They could have made the workplace unbearable. Falsifying claims, sexual harassment, um, calling your job, telling lies about you, or spreading rumors about you throughout the workspace. Yeah. So that made you maybe walk away from this person for someone specifically. Let's see. Let me get one card for Virgo. For the first month of September 2022. These cards are kind of new. Inspiration and courage. Have the courage. Have the courage to stand alone if need be for a while. But for some of you, have the courage to start this new job, this new business venture. Like, because even though all this emotional stuff is going on, like matters of the heart, you are still very much focused on your money. You're still very much focused on that coin. And for some of you, it's best not to commingle with coworkers. It's best not to fraternize, especially for Virgos, because you guys are very much, you know, you got all the swag, you got the gift of gab, you got all of the game, and it can be a blessing, but sometimes it can very much be a curse. You know, putting it on someone or D'ing someone up could very much be a blessing and a curse. You know, and you constantly find yourself in these situations where your swag and your sex games get you in trouble. So take some time, reflect. It looks like you're in a reflective space. That's good. That's the space for you to be in. Self-reflection, accountability. And when you verbally say it out to God, when you verbally say to the universe, I accept my part in these situations. I release the things that no longer serve me, the ways, the habits that I have that no longer serve me. I accept the lesson and I release it. That's when your level up will re-begin. Like it will, you know, because you can have all of the plans in the world, but until you start to do this group work, until you start to take accountability, until you start to actually address and adjust some of your ways, you're going to constantly hit your head up against the ceiling. It's like this ceiling that you just keep bumping your head against. So that's all that I have for you, Virgos, for the first week of September 2022. Like, share, and subscribe on Instagram, Oksara_Ascended. On YouTube, Oksara_Ascended. And on TikTok, Oksara_Ascended1. Bye.